we're in danger of making the planet basically uninhabitable if we keep going the way we are.
You know, I think it's really important that every man, woman, and child on the planet use their power to make a difference.
It's time for a new way of thinking.
An eco-warrior is somebody that wants to fight for this beautiful planet.
You have to have warriors. You know, you have to have people that speak out, put their neck on the line.
We have to embrace technologies that allow us to have the benefits of modern life while sustaining the planet.
I am Eco-Warrior. It's a book, it's a project, it's a movement. My name is Roger Moenks. I'm a fashion photographer. It's a book that features 53 environmentalists worldwide. People like Ted Turner, Jane Goodall, Stella McCartney, Richard Branson. One of our objectives with the I Am Eco-Warrior project is also to identify these new corporate leaders and how they make their company sustainable.
I had the power through little things to do within my company and with the materials that we use to overall in the life of Tom's make a pretty big impact positively for the environment. We wanted to maintain the look and feel and aesthetic of the canvas we're using, but specifically with working with Whole Foods, we want to come up with a material that was more environmentally sustainable.
You know, I grew up on a farm in England, an organic farm. I was brought up vegetarian, and I think I was very aware of the planet that we lived on at a very early age. Recently, when you start to gain information about how many millions of animals are killed for leather and how much water is used, how many chemicals, the inefficient use of land and deforestation and things like that, it really has such a huge link.
When I learned about the fact that plastic really doesn't biodegrade for 400+ years, it's sort of shocking because you think, you know, the use of each plastic bag or plastic water bottle is so short, yet the lifespan is so long, it outlives us. Part of the motivation behind creating Feed was to create a reusable shopping bag that would not only feed kids and give meals, but would really encourage people to use reusable bags.
Sustainability, protecting the environment isn't something nice to have in a report. It's not about one or two projects. It's about embedding it into our business fully.
We have all to address the concept of sustainability first, which for me is much more powerful as a word than eco alone. And because when you talk about a sustainable product, then it means that it has to have high quality, that it has to look for long term, in the sense that it to be lasting for a long time, respectful of the environment, of course, and also, and probably this is one of the most important things, customer friendly.
You know, generally, you know, everyone can give us money because we're going to give 100% of that to the field. The kind of corporate partnerships, the Charity Water Plus, you know, we really look at the values of a company. You know, is there integrity behind this campaign? Are they just doing this to cover up, you know, some scandal, you know, where they've polluted the environment?
I hope green is not a fad. We have one planet, and with our ever-growing population, it's important that we take care of our resources. And so I think that being green has to be here to stay if we're going to continue to take care of this planet and enjoy living here. We don't use any materials that doesn't make sense. So no extra glass or an outer carton or plastic or seals. And yet we have this fantastic product that generation after generation people love.
Have you ever heard anybody, for example, say, oh, you know, now that that area has been destroyed and the trees are cut and the reef is no longer good and the fish are all gone and the water's polluted, I'd love to go back there on vacation. No, you'll never hear that. So what that means is that recreation and conservation are twin sides of a coin that benefit each other.
So when we got Jeffrey Sachs, it was exciting because he's an economist. He said something very interesting, that we have to have this eco-economic structure.
When economics started, it was part and parcel of agriculture and the land. It became separated over time, so that economics became about abstract mathematical symbols or financial markets, and the earth, the environment, was considered something distinct. We should see this as one human endeavor that spans the built world and the natural world because they're inextricably intertwined.
The idea is to bridge the gap between the pure environmentalists and some of these big corporations and find common ground. Then we can start solving some problems.
What we need to do is have more people working hard to save the planet and to bring more along, because it really is fun to do and it's clearly the right thing to do.
If every company in the world could start thinking that way, the world would get on top of most problems that are out there.
I am Eco Warrior.